Hey there, lads and ladies of the internet. Listen, it's been 3 weeks since we crafted this expertly constructed succulent leaf propagation tray and packed it with happy green leafy future plants. At that time, we lovingly hacked up and propagated these photosynthetic friends from cuttings as well. So yeah, if you've been wondering how any of these sweet green leafy bulbous bitches have been getting along, then stick the f around, because today, Gab Monster, Toby McSchmuter, the strikingly attractive Lady Space Cowgirl, and I are fit to get into all that shit. Alrighty then, so these are the mother plants from which we did all of our propagating 3 weeks ago. We've got a Lavender Scallops Kalanchoe, a Coppertone Sedum, a Jellybean Sedum, and a Burrito Sedum. As far as new growth on the mother plant is concerned, the one that is most noticeable is the Lavender Scallops Kalanchoe. All these little clusters of baby leaves are brand new since we chopped away the cutting, so that's pretty cool. On the Coppertone and the Jellybean Sedums, the growth isn't quite as noticeable, but they have grown a little bit. On the Coppertone Sedum, this new budding leafy branch has been growing I think since the fall, but since I chopped away the top 2/3 of this plant, its growth has really accelerated. I don't know if you can see this little red dot growing right here above the leaf. I could be wrong, but I really hope that it's a new little baby cluster of leaves, because it would be pretty f***ing cool to have two new branches growing inwards towards the center of gravity to sort of balance out this container. Here on this Jellybean Sedum, we've also got a couple clusters of brand new baby leaves. The stems all seem to have elongated slightly, and all the leaves appear to be way more swole than they were 3 weeks ago before this plant was lovingly mutilated. Yeah, lovingly. And these Burrito Sedums look pretty much exactly the same. Okay, these here are the cuttings that we hacked away from the mother plants that we just examined. 3 weeks ago, we potted them into dry, well-packed cactus mix, and since then, I've been keeping them in very bright, indirect sunlight, but haven't given them any water. These Lavender Scallops Kalanchoe have definitely grown roots. We can actually see them with our naked eyeballs. And though we're not quite as sure, it's a pretty f***ing safe bet that the cuttings of all the other succulents have grown roots as well. Here's the thing though, roots or no roots, after 3 weeks, any risk of over-moistening any exposed bits of wounded subterranean plant flesh should have passed. So we're gonna go ahead and give these potted cuttings their first watering. Let's be real, these are succulents, so it's not a big deal, but I probably should have watered all these bulbous bitches a few days ago, especially these Lavender Scallops Kalanchoe. But I waited till today because I thought it might be kind of cool to document their first watering in this video. After all, what could possibly be more wildly entertaining than watching the great Smith Kingston, houseplant guru extraordinaire, water some houseplants? I'm going to employ the water weight water method, since the very dry cactus mix into which these cuttings were potted might be a little bit difficult to saturate at first. Also, all these bulbous leafy bitches look very thirsty, and I'm sure they are after having dedicated so many of their stored water and other resources to staying alive and hopefully developing a root system. Now that these sweet green bulby bitches have had their first watering, I'll probably continue to keep them in very bright indirect sunlight, and in a few days, if they appear to have absorbed the water that I just gave them, I'll at that point be sure that they have in fact developed a root system, and from there, I'll slowly transition them into much brighter light, probably even direct sunlight. I always seem to forget just how long it takes completely dry cactus mix to soak up a good watering. Anyway, now that forever is over, let's check out the f***ing tray. So we've got lots of visible growth on the tips of these Lavender Scallops Kalanchoe leaves, so that's pretty cool. Again, this seems to hands down be the species of succulent making the most and fastest visible progress. I've spent some time scouring the nubs on the bases of all the Burrito leaves, the Coppertone leaves, and the Jellybean leaves, and I haven't yet found any sign of roots or leaf clusters. But I have propagated all 3 of these kinds of seed sedums from leaves in the past, and I'm not surprised to see that it's taking them a little bit longer to develop. Also, you may have noticed some fuzzy green invaders shaped slightly like the paws of a bear that were not among the leaves added to this tray in its original video. These are the leaves of bear's paw succulents, or Cotyledon tomentosa. I added these leaves to the tray a couple days ago when making a hilarious, witty, and highly informative video all about the propagation of bear's paw succulents. Listen, while I did wait to water the cuttings until the filming of this video, I have been moistening the contents of this tray since, I don't know, maybe 5 days after having loaded it down with leaves. Hi, listen. Do you like bad graffiti, worse jokes, wacky macrame, and pretty good advice about taking care of your houseplants? Well then f***ing subscribe. Thanks, Gab Monster. That's right, click that notification bell too so you never miss a new video.